ต้องคืนนี้เท่านั้นแหละค่ำคืนนี้แหละหวยแพลตของเราผมจะกลับไปที่ Barren Light โหมือเหม็นชาบูมาก
Oh, hey, I haven't seen you around before. I don't think.
A flying machine?
That's what I...
Remember, I have the best armor on the market.
ผมคิดว่าใน Stash ผมจะมี Style Piece อยู่โอเคเราลองไป
You really think it's true? People flying machines out west?
You're the one who believed there was a city of floating lights out in the desert. What'll it be?
You gotta draw the line somewhere, though. If I see anyone fly over this dump, I'm out. I'm not getting carried off by some nut in the metal bird.
Maybe you can throw that lucky hammer at him.
Maybe I'll throw you. Should scare him off all right.
เอาละผมคิดว่าอีกถ้วยเดียวที่เหลืออยู่ก็คือการเล่นเกมกระดานก็น่าจะไปเล่นเกมกระดานในบาร์เล่นไลท์น่าจะง่ายที่สุดแล้วล่ะ
Hey, Red. Red.
เนี่ย
Welcome
แบททีม
back.
สไตรค์นี่แหละต้องหัดอีกหน่อยหนึ่งว่ะต้องลองใหม่
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy.
ต้องมาหัด
We
เล่น
each
นะ
get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner?
I see
That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward.
move
Now
forward
remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
move
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Move that machine forward. It's all part of the learning process.
move forward โอเค
Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn.
Enter.
We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first.
On my right.
Now move the piece close enough. When performing an attack, a machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yes.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. Pick up your other machine. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner!
Thank you.
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you. End your turn, please. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. Your machine won't drown or anything. Move it to marsh terrain.
Marsh terrain วะนี่เหรอ
Just move your machine to marsh terrain.
โอเคmarsh
See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play. Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Move the machine forward, please. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
ลองดู
Here we go. Come up. Board's all yours. Time to make my move. Your move, Red. I got a tough fight ahead of me. Oh, I thought I had that one. Let's play.
คลามเมลีแรมมันได้เช็ดfrom
Time to get serious. Your turn.
เราได้แค่2เหรอ
Fearless. My turn.
อ๋อโอเค
That's it for me. Okay, let's see.
โอ้
Nice!
ชิบหายแล้ว
You're up, Red. Whoa! Got me good. I'm up. Well, that's done now. Your turn. That was brutal. Time to get serious. Not looking good for you, Red.
ว้าว
I won! Oh, but I'll play you again if you want. Let's do this! Time to make my move. That's it for me. My turn. Your move, Red.
ได้2 ช่อง โ
Okay, let's see. Board's all yours. One less piece on the board.
ช่อง
My turn. Off the board it goes. Knocked right off the board. That was the perfect spot. Okay, let's see. One less piece on the board. Ah, down to one piece. I might win this thing. Well, that's done now. Time to get serious. That's the game.
โอ้โห
You up for a rematch?
ยากว่ะ
Good luck. I'm up. You're up, Red. Time to make my move. Board's all yours. Yikes! I'd better step up my game. Oh, bold choice. That was a surprise. That was brutal. Your turn. Just one piece left. That sure dampens the forge.
ข้างหลังเหรอ
Now that was a game, even if I lost.
โอเค เริ่มได้แล้ว
This is gonna be fun. Time to make my move. Your move, Red. Hey, I like that piece where it was. My turn.
พลาด
Knocked right off the board. Off the board it goes. I always get nervous when I overcharge my pieces. One less piece on the board. Off the board it goes. Okay, let's see. You're up, Red. I'm up. That's it for me. That was brutal. Time to get serious. Well, that's done now.
แม่งถอยเลยเว้ย
Your turn. Ah, looks like I lost.
ขอ7 point ก่อน you do not have enough เดี๋ยวนะ choose stripe pieces to create a custom set you must use at least 7 setup point อ๋อโอเคถ้าเนี้ยได้ตัวเดียวถูกปะ3อันนี้เป็นอะไรวะจะไม่ใช่ไฮกราวเท่าไหร่โอเค4เลข3
Let's do this. Okay, let's see. That's it for me. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. Knocked right off the board.
องดู
Board's all yours. One less piece on the board. Ah, off the board it goes. Time to make my move. That was brutal. Well, that's done now. My turn.
มีนกคุมก็สบายเลย
Your move, Red. Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
หมดแล้ว
Don't be a stranger.
เก็บไปหนึ่งฮะ เก็บไปหนึ่งมีมิชชั่น
How could there be an underground?
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon. Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm off. No, just stop talking. Where are we? Ah. So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Actually,
But you're just not. I am with a customer.
I'm not a customer.
I got it.
Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red. How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking.
yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower?
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Involving explosives?
Ba-boom.
And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh. Tell me more about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it. And I'm on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity. Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better. Namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working model. Well, for starters, I'll need...
Charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down. Otherwise, they break. But the real innovation, and keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here. Blow it sky high.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have
แฟ
a
ง
deal.
ฮอน
Got enough charger horns already. Just need to find the fang horn that Boomer wanted me to take down.
เราจะเป็นฮันเตอร์ดีไหมแมทชีเนี่ย
Boomer said that fang horn should be nearby. There's the fang horn. Gonna have to take it down to get its rib. Should be able to harvest its rib now. Got everything I need for Della and Boomer. Now, to see about that weapon of theirs.
Getting somewhere.
That's it, baby.
Easy. Took you long enough.
I know that look. You've got all the parts, haven't you?
Here you go.
Outstanding! I only need a few minutes to finish the prototype.
I'll take the version that won't blow my arms off. Thanks. Hi.
So did you blow up any machines to get the parts? Or any bandits?
You really like explosions, huh?
Here we go.
With the boomsticks?
Oh, you betcha.
Is it safe?
Probably.
Can I have one?
No!
Aw.
Cause we're gonna make you something even better.
Ba-boom!
ผมจะไปอัพนี้ก่อน Trapper อันหนึ่งเอาละทีนี้เราก็จะต้องไปเล่นต้องไปเล่นหมากกระดานที่เมืองนี่ Machine Strike ฉะนั้นวาร์ปไปเพราะผมเหลืออีกถ้วยหนึ่งคือเล่น Machine Strike ถ้าเล่นหมากกระดานเกมกระดานได้ครบก็จะเมืองไหนวะเมืองนี้ใช่ไหมนี่ไงที่นี่คือ Barren Lightจริงๆเขาก็จะไม่ค่อยมีอะไรให้เราอันนี้อยู่แล้ว
Eyes up here, brother!
You wanna talk, business, Aloy?
Like a thundercloud. As sure as the sun's rising.
Is that what I think it is?
Now you've got all your lenses.
My pops would be sad they're tearing down those towers. But he'd be happy these lenses were spared. Many thanks to you, Aloy. Oh, here. What I owe you. Now this has truly been a profitable endeavor for the both of us.
So what are you gonna do next?
I'm taking these back to the claim. Ankle's all better, and I miss the stench of soot in the air.
Let's hope you don't find any more opportunities on your way there.
No promises. Good luck, Aloy.
I found some berries I never seen before.
I've got boards ready to go if anyone wants to play some strike.
มา
Coming by.
Got my boards ready to go.
17เหรอเซตนี่แหละ
Here we go.
โอ้โอ้ไม่เป็นไร
Your turn.
4 มูฟเลยอ่ะตัวนี้2 มูฟ 3 2 โอเคตัวที่น่ากลัวที่สุดก็คือตัวนี้ลองเล็ก
Oh, that's my cue. What'll it be? One down. Off the board you go, buddy.
มีตัวบินได้นี่สบายไปหน่อย
Your time to shine, friend. Let's get that piece out of there. Okay, I can do this. This isn't going well for me, is it? You hit armor. I thought I was in trouble there for a moment. Time for me to step up.
โอ้ยโดนลม
Machine down.
แต้มเดียวเอง
You beat me, but I bet I can win next time.
คุณโจสวัสดีครับได้แล้วแพทแล้วเว้ยโอ้ยแพทสักที100 กว่าชั่วโมงครับคุณโจทักมาได้แพทเลยชอบใช้นกว่ะนกนี่ใช้ ช้ตัวพวกแรมเนี่ยก็ใช้พวกกันเนอร์ได้แค่2 VP ลองดู Scapper เพราะตัวนี้มันแค่2 VP ลองดูครับ7
Good luck.
ขอบคุณครับ ได้สักทีโอ้ยไอ
I'm done.
โอเคตัวนี้ไกลสุดได้แค่3ตัวนี้มาได้2แท็ก2อ่ะ
Gotta think this through. And there it goes.
Đã là màซ้อนกัน
My turn. It's all you. And there it goes. Well, looks like my strategy backfired.
Ôi.
Time to get started. Your turn.
Song ช่อง4 ช่องตัวนี้น่ากลัวสุด1 2 3 4 ารถโจมตีเราเลยวะ3 ช่องแอคแท็ก2ด้วยทีเดียวโดนเลย
Gotta think this through. It's all you. One down. Let's get that piece out of there. Time for me to step up.
โอ้ยตัวโหดว่ะแม่งวิ่ง4 ช่องเลยลองเลย4 ช่องตัวนี้น่ากลัวสุด
Okay, I can do this.
ไม่
Look at that. Just one machine left.
ชิปหายละสูสีมาก
Ah, forgot about that weak spot. That machine is all you have left now. Good luck. Oh, that's my cue.
โอ้แพ้
I win. Now that was a good game. Let's start. My turn. I'm done. Machine down.
ตัวกินไกลกับมันก่อนเลย
Off the board you go, buddy.
มันนี่ตัวเดินไกลละใช่ใช่ไม่เสีย
Your time to shine, friend. Machine down.
จัดไป
That was incredible. You've beaten me on all my boards. Here, a prize for the occasion. I'll be here if you feel like playing some more. Come on then. No one's up for a game of strike?
จบแล้วว่ะ นอนได้แล้วมั้งวันนี้ รอดูบอลดีกว่า ดูนอนเวสต์แฮมเลยดีกว่า สบายใจแล้วครับ เกมนี้ complete 100% แล้ว ฉะนั้นก็เปลี่ยนเกมใหม่ดีกว่า วันนี้ไปแล้ว ไว้เจอกันใหม่เกมหน้า แกรนตูริซาโมไปขับรถละ